Hi guys, Galinda Lipina here, and I wanted to share my insights from my attendance of Dr. Dispenza Advanced Follow-Up in Dallas. I just got done with the walking meditation in the morning after the retreat was over, and there's a lot of people there, and I have so many pieces that kind of came together, and I wanted to record this video, A, for myself so I remember it, and B, to share with you, and hopefully that will spark some ideas for you as well. So much. I came to this retreat with the intention of really resetting on my next inspiring goals. I wanted to come with the next inspiring goals and reset on my trust in myself and trust in the process of creation and trust in the universe and that the universe has my back. And this walking meditation, oh my God. Okay, let me see if I can get it to the words. There are a couple words that Dr. Joe said in the meditation, and they just really spoke to me this time around. He said, "You're the bridge between matter and energy, between nothing and everything." And this whole weekend was about the molecules of the mystical and how we generate all the chemicals in our brain that we need to create the healing for ourselves, the mystical experience, the connection to the divine. And what I realized this time is we're the bridge between matter and energy, nothing and everything, because when we have thoughts and we have feelings as our response to the energy, those thoughts and feelings turn into chemistry. They generate chemicals in our brain, our body, and when we feel our emotions, that's a chemical. When our neurons make connections, those are chemicals. And the chemicals are physical. They're no longer energy. So when the energy is slowing down into matter, we are part of that process. We're bringing the invisible to the visible through what we're focusing on when we think and feel, and through our beingness. And another part of that also came together for me is my next inspiring goal. I don't have the external goal. Yes, I can come up with some brain level outcomes that I want in my life, but I just deeply connected to what's the new version of me that I get to become, that would be so aligned with who I want myself to be, that whatever is the reflection of that in my environment, it would be so fabulous. And my work is not to orchestrate those events. My work is to become that version of me, to be very diligent about the thoughts that I choose, the energy that I hold, the emotions that I choose to focus on and feel more of, the words that I speak. And I realized I've been going through a lot in the last year, like creating my next level of creation, struggling with some and succeeding with others. And I realized the parts of the creation that haven't shown up quite yet is because I haven't become that version of me yet. You know, if I want a certain level of abundance, I have to feel abundant. I have to feel whole. I have to feel worthy of it. And when I doubt myself, when I speak of what I don't have, when I judge myself for not having done enough, that's not aligned with the energy of abundance. That's not aligned with the energy of pure creation. So these things are not coming together. I'm sending like mixed messages to the universe, and so much. So, and there's also another part. Part of my intention was to bring in my life partner, and I manifested in my last relationship absolutely everything I wanted except one quality that was missing at the very end is he didn't choose me. And that was my interpretation of what happened, of course. And what I realized, if that's the mirror for me, that means I haven't chosen me. And what does it mean for me to choose me is me putting my state and my practices, my self-practices first, and not getting lazy and not choosing an easy way out like a Netflix romantic comedy to feel better. It's to really cultivate that emotion, that feeling of love and worthiness and commitment and all of that. And yeah, so I have my work cut out in front of me, but I already feel like I have changed. Like this weekend I have shifted. I came to the new level of peace. I came to the new level of trust. I'm slowly letting go of control and knowing that I have time. There's no rush. I just focus on being, and the being will take care of the doing. and the rest will take care of itself. So I think that's the majority. And, you know, the podcast that I have launched, Dare to Create, so perfect, just so perfect, because I was asking myself when that thought came to me, it's like, what inspires me in people? What inspires me in life? And more than anything, what inspires me in life is people creating their dreams from the invisible to the visible. Somebody who has a thought of something that lights them up, and they go and figure it out, and they become that person, and they bring it to the 3D. That's what inspires me. So Dare to Create is talking with people who have stories of that. They had a dream, and then they went ahead and became it and did it, and it came into life. And I don't know about you, but I want to learn from doers. I don't like theory. I like people who are embodying what they're speaking. And because I feel like then they're speaking like the true resonant frequency of what is real for them. And that brings all of us who are listening to that into alignment. And Dare to Create, it's not a random chosen word. First of all, you got to be courageous to commit to something. And it's scary. One of the things that also Dr. Joe said in this retreat, that we are programmed, our biology is programmed to fear the unknown. That also very much resonated with me. And all the magic and all the mystical is in the unknown. So we're programmed to never get there. And every time we want to create something that hasn't been created before, we have to trust the unknown, because it's not in the known, it's new. And that means we have to overcome that fear of the unknown, and we have to cultivate that trust and awe to the unknown. And there, it's actually an abbreviation that I came up with creating one of my webinars. And it's a process of how do you create anything. First, you got to decide, define, what is it that you wanted, who you're going to become in the process of creating it. Like, who do you get to be to bring that forward? Because you're going to reinvent yourself in that process. A stands for act, take action, do something, whether it's internal, like meditation and bringing yourself to the state, or taking external action that are necessary. R is repeating. You're going to repeat it enough time so it becomes a habit, whether it's an action or a state of being or an emotion or a thought that you want to fire and wire in your brain. You have to repeat it enough times so it sticks. And then E is experience, and that's the result of it. So when people are creating anything, when I'm creating anything, and it's not coming together, something is off in that process. I either haven't defined it clearly enough, or maybe didn't clearly define who I am to be. Or I didn't do anything about it. I thought about it and it's just in the dreamland. It's not coming here. Or I haven't repeated enough times. Maybe I did it 1 day or 2 days, and I did some practice for a week, and then I gave up because life took over. But if we do it enough times, and it's a spiral, it's not like a fractal. It's not a linear process. Like, we define it, we act, we repeat, we follow the train, and then we come back and we redefine and we reconnect to it again, and we do something about it again, and we repeat and repeat and repeat. And if we do it enough time, it has to come about, especially when we become that version of us. When we become that version of us that thinks a certain way, acts a certain way, feels a certain way, it has to reflect in our outer reality. And yeah, so I'm very inspired about what I get to do next and what I get to be next, and practice everything that I know to be true, and be more committed to myself and choosing myself to put those practices as a priority in my life, and have that dictate what kind of actions I take during my day. And yeah, so now I'm going to go journal and capture all of this even deeper, and hopefully, this video will come out soon. And please comment, like, share. You have any thoughts when you hear it? I would love to hear any insights you have about your life, anything that inspires you to look at or be or do. I would love to know. So, see you soon.